Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in this fine Saturday afternoon. My name is Jesse Mayfield Sheehan. I am coming to you live on behalf of Milton Academy Live here at Groton School in Groton, Massachusetts. We're here for some cross-country action. We're almost ready to get started with our first race, our first team race of the day. The first team girls cross-country race is set to begin soon. Currently, we're wrapping up the second team boys race, so just waiting for that to get finished up. Milton Academy among the visitors here at Groton School. As you can see, one of the Milton second team boys runners coming across right now. See some of the last of the runners coming in. Getting a hearty amount of applause from the crowd as they head for the finish line. Might be tough for me to see the exact starting and finishing line as you can see, a very passionate crowd bleeding into my line of sight here. Been a little tricky finding exactly the right angle to shoot from today. But nonetheless, should be a good race once we get this one underway. It'll be a bit tough for me to identify the runners as they come. No shirt numbers on them today. When runners come in, they basically take a popsicle stick for what place within their team they finished, and then they hand it to a member of their team, and they fill in the blanks on the names. That's how they end up scoring this one. So I won't be able to identify runners specifically as they come down the track. But if anyone in the live chat, you see your favorite runner, you want to identify them, give them a shout out in the live chat, I highly encourage that. Love to have fan participation during our live streams. So anyone who wants to engage in that may do so. We're still in a bit of a waiting game here as we wait for the girls cross-country first team race. As I'll just take a moment to explain things a bit. As you might have noticed, the stream links are a little weird today as compared to some of our other live streams. We've got one stream link for the start of this race and one for the finish. I'm not very fast, and I got a lot of equipment. I can't chase down these runners, and we don't have another camera out here, so this is the best we can do for now. Is I will be able to stream the start of this race and the end of the race. So a link to the stream for the end of the race is in the description of this video. You can also find it just by going on the channel page. It should be pretty easy to find. And it'll be the same thing for the boys race. If you're following both races today, there'll be separate links for the start and finish of the first team boys race that'll take place right after the first team girls race. Some more of the last runners from the second team boys race coming across. And you know, this is something I always have appreciated whenever I come to a cross-country meet. I love that, you know, they wait for everyone to finish. They always applaud, even the last stragglers, you know. Because, I mean, really, it's a sport where there's no shame in finishing last because you still finished. You know, it's such a test of endurance that, yeah, there's glory to be had in winning and finishing in a high spot. But, you know, there's pride to be taken even just finishing, period. Because Lord knows I couldn't finish one of these runs. I am not in shape for that. I don't know about the rest of you, but certainly not me. There's a reason that that I'm behind the camera instead of in front of it, let's say. So as we look to our right, you can barely see through the crowd. Some of the girls' teams getting ready to get this one underway. And we see a whole bunch of them coming to the line now. The teams from the home team Groton School and the visiting Milton Academy Mustangs. While we wait to get started, let's take a look at how the Milton Academy girls cross country team has done so far this season. They opened with a home race back on September 18 against Windsor at Cunningham Park in Milton. Came away with a 35-20 victory. They raced on the road at Buckingham Brown and Nichols, or BBNN as it's called. Came away with a narrow 28-27 victory. Then they went to a three-school race. They hosted a three-school race at Cunningham Park with St. George's, Governors, and Thayer. I'm having a little trouble reading the score because it says they beat Governors 15-45, which does make sense. Something is amiss there. And same thing with St. George's. It says they won 17-41. I'm not sure. And it says they beat Thayer 25-30. So I'm not sure if the numbers are crossed or if those are supposed to be L's instead of W's. Bit confusing, but you know what? Heck with it. The past is in the past, and it looks like they're getting ready to start the girls' race. Milton against Groton. You can see the official getting ready to set them off. Here we go. And there's the signal, and this race is underway. The runners from Milton Academy and Groton School taking off down this track. They'll be circling around a baseball field there, as you can see. And once they get down, they will tightrope around the corner. They'll be heading out to our right here. They'll be heading out into a field which they'll be going on for about a mile. And then what'll happen is they'll cycle back. They'll come back across the other way of that intersection that they're about to turn right on. They'll go down the left side afterwards, and they'll run around there for a bit, and then they'll come back down this path, finishing at the exact same spot that we started, right over here. So that's the structure of the track for today. And that was the start of the race. And so that's what we've got for our opening stream. I know it's not much. Cross country is a very difficult sport to live stream unless you've got a full-faceted multi-camera production. But I'm happy to bring you the start, and I'll be happy to bring you the finish once that comes around. That should probably be a longer stream as you know, like the culture of cross country. We stick with it. We stick with the race until everyone is crossed. That's just how you got to do. That's just how you got to show respect to these warriors of endurance here in cross country. But for right now, this is going to end our start race stream for girls cross country. Thank you so much for tuning in. Check the description for the link to the finish stream. And stay tuned for that, because once the runners come back around the corner, I'm going to be back here to, you know, give you the end of this first team girls cross country race. Again, on behalf of Milton Academy Live, my name is Jesse Mayfield Sheehan. Thank you for tuning in for this first half of the stream, and be sure to tune in for the second half.